Hey everyone, Scott Moore from Galaxy Comics with another CGC video. You know, that's how we do. Today I have two modern boxes and one not modern box. That's a surprise one. We'll leave that for the end. Most of this stuff is for customers, and most of that is for one customer. It'll be kind of interesting. He sent in some interesting things. If you look back a few videos, the guy that was calling all the time, he called like 3 times while I was trying to do unboxing, and I said that he dropped off some stuff and it would be interesting. This is some of the stuff. So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to open this one first. This one is the smaller box, the lighter box, and I think there's 18 books in here. There was 25 in the other one. I'll try to keep this out of the way. And it's modern stuff, but it's kind of some fun stuff. Things you don't see every single day. It's not all for the same guy. It's for a few different people, but we'll start with this one. New Mutants 98, 9.6. That's a nice $350 book. That one you see every day. I take that back. That's one that you do see every day. Let's see. We'll go with just kind of the plain old stuff here. Here is an Immortal Hulk number 12, 9.8. Immortal Hulk, the hottest series going right now. It's ridiculous. Like every other book is a $20 book. Here is an Incredible Hulk 418, 9.8. First appearance of what's his name that was in the one movie. First appearance of Talos the Untamed. That book shot up from like a $1 book where it's been for the last 20 something years to like a $10 book. Here's a Marvel Knights 20th anniversary number 5 variant cover, Lee variant cover, 9.8. These are just some Hulk books that not the interesting guy, but another guy that was also interesting. Everybody's interesting, but he liked Hulk. Avengers 684, First Immortal Hulk, 9.8. That's a nice book. You should be very happy with that. So he did all right. The Hulk guy, 9.8, 9.8, 9.8, all 9.8s across the board. Dr. Manhattan 4, Before Watchmen, where he creates the DC, the current DC universe. Oh no! Immortal Hulk 2, 9.6. Took a little hit on that one. First appearance of Dr. Fry. Book's crazy. It's like $100 raw. Oh, let's see. Some other couple things here and there. Vengeance of Bane. First appearance of Bane, 9.0. Wow. That's a nice 9.0. I'm going to have to look at the notes on that one. That's a nice 9.0. Ultimate Fallout 4, 9.4. A little nicer than the one that I got back last time. That was a 9.00. First Miles Morales, of course. Red Hood and the Outlaws 26 variant, 9.8. It's kind of a cool cover. Oh, let's see. We got an all-new Wolverine, number 2, 9.8. It's got some first appearances and things in it. People like that book. We got a Power Girl number 4, 9.8. Kind of just a booby cover there. Neat. Skip that one. This is one we've seen a lot of. A lot of 9.6s. Killing Joke number 1, first print, 9.6. Hate to see that on those nice hard stock square bound perfect covers. This is a book that this guy just sent this in, and he really likes this book. It's one of those worthless moderns. It's just an Avengers Volume 3, Number 1. I'm glad it came back in 9.8 for him. It's the first book that he's ever sent in. And he liked that book. He wanted to get it graded. So I'm glad it came back in 9.8, not like a 9.6 or 9.4. That's a good start. I'm going to do those two last. I'm going to jump over to this. This is for one of my regular guys. And he came in and he collects Wonder Woman. He likes Wonder Woman stuff. Here's the Wonder Woman number 600 Adam Hughes variant. That was it was like a 1 in 25. And Adam Hughes stuff is really kind of blowing up. It's one of these artists that, I mean, he's been around forever, but that book's like it's like $100 raw. I mean, that book 9.6 is a couple $100, $300 maybe. I don't know. A lot more than a 1 in 25 should be. But that's the world we live in now. And this is a Wonder Woman. This one's even worse. This is a Wonder Woman 614 variant. And that's like a 1 in 10. And this is another book that raw is like $75, $100. The 9.6 on that's probably, I don't even know, a couple $100 probably. There's other ones. The Wonder Woman 184, second series, like 184. That book is ridiculous expensive. So I got these last two. I hope it's the last two out of that box. Smash that. And I opened one of these a long time ago, one of my copies. And this is for the other guy. Nice. Lethal Protector number 1, 9.8 Air, Black Air. And a Venom Lethal Protector number 1, 9.2 Black Air edition. The thing with these, I kind of went round and round with the guy. He claims he bought them when they came out. He bought these off the rack or whatever, just like I bought mine. We bought them when they came out back in '93. And the thing with the second one, the 9.2, even though these are called the black cover, printing air, whatever, they have, let's see if I can get the right side. You can see a little bit of red foil around Venom there, around the words. You can kind of see Lethal Protector. I don't know if you can see it, but right in there it says Lethal Protector. Mine has the same thing. All the ones I've seen are I know. I kind of went round and round with them. If you look at this one, there's no foil at all. Like zero. Like this one, you can see the Marvel Comics. Find the lens here. You can see the Marvel Comics up there in the little blue field or whatever. And this one has nothing. It's blue. Completely blue. There's a counterfeit version of this book. And I swear this is it. And that's why I told him when we sent it in. I said, I think that one's a counterfeit. And he says, no, I bought them when they came out. And we kind of got into it a little bit. Like, we didn't throw hands or anything, but I've never seen one like this with zero foil on it. And if you read the description for the counterfeit one, it says that there's no foil on it. And there's a nice big crease right in the middle. That's why I got that 9.2. That's a big crease for a 9.2. Like, I looked at that Bane that got a 9.0 and I couldn't find anything. There's a big crease right across there. I'm still not convinced this is not a counterfeit. It doesn't say it. They didn't put counterfeit edition, and CGC will grade counterfeits, and I got into that before with the Cry for Dawn number 1. That's why Joe Linsner doesn't use CGC. Cerebus 1, etc. So this one just says black cover printing error, but you can't convince me that this is not the counterfeit edition. But he says he bought them when they came out. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But there's no foil on that at all, and there's no embossing. It looks like if you look at this one, which you won't be able to see probably, but the Venom part is embossed slightly, and Venom himself, there's a little bevel around it. This one is just perfectly smooth. And maybe the embossing goes on. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the embossing goes on when they apply the foil, and then this one didn't even actually make it to the foil treatment. Where this one went through the foil treatment, but got messed up and did not get the foil on it. I don't know. Maybe there's no counterfeit. Maybe there isn't a counterfeit. Maybe the ones they think are counterfeit are ones that didn't get the foil put on it. I don't know. I don't know the whole history of that book. I just know it's a really darn expensive book. And there's two of them, and there's one like I've never seen before. So, I don't know. Maybe people have seen more of them than I have. Have a better idea. But with the zero foil on there, it strikes me as odd. Okay, so what am I at? 11 minutes. So I got like 13. I'm going to run out of time. So I'm going to cut this here and come back in a couple of minutes, and then we'll open this other one. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. One of these days I'll clear off some space on the camera so I can record more than 10 minutes at a time, but not today. Okay, so this box is, if it's what I think it is from the same guy that sent in the Venoms and whatnot. He's got a bunch of other stuff coming in, but it's in one of the other boxes, and there's some like really kind of neat stuff in there. That stuff went and got cleaned and pressed, so it took a little bit longer. Okay. So this box, see, back in the day, when we speculated on books, we actually bought multiple copies of books. Nowadays, speculators, they wait for a book to get hot on eBay, and then they run around to all the comic stores and try to find people that still have it at cover price, and they buy their 1 or 2 copies, and they're all like super happy, and they're like, oh my god, I made $20. So, back in my day, if you thought a book was good, you bought it when it came out. You told your comic store, hey, order me 20 copies of this. Hey, order me 50 copies of this. And that's what this guy did. He had the money. He has the money back in the day. So he ordered a few copies of New Mutants 98, first Deadpool. And I'm just going to show you some of this here. New Mutants 98. There's a couple of 9.6s, a couple of 9.8s. Let's see what else we got in here. New Mutants 98. So these are books that he paid $1 for, because he bought them when they came out. And at the time, it was right after Liefeld took over, and Liefeld, he was kind of hot for a while, and you know, people knew who they were. They knew McFarlane, they knew Liefeld, they knew Jim Lee, and he bought literally 50 copies of each book, starting with whatever, 84, 85. So he had like 50 copies of 87, also had 50 copies of 88, 89, 90, 91. Turns out he had 50 copies of New Mutants 98. There's some more, a few more 9.8s. And these are books that he bought when they came out, and bagged and boarded them, and they sat in a box for the last 30 years almost. Here's another 9.8. And yeah, he's kind of like me. Should he have gotten them out a couple of years ago? Yeah, probably. But as it is, I mean, they're coming down a little bit. 9.8s are still about $700 a piece. 9.6s are about $350. There's some more New Mutants 98s. So it looks like he did all right. These were not clean and pressed. They were just sent in. I think he said he's down to, He has 32 copies. And I said, well, I can put 25 on an invoice. So there was one in that other stack that he sent that. We set that all up before he decided to just send in this giant stack. Mutants 98s. A couple of those. So he's probably going to do all right on these. And you speculate on stuff, or you invest in stuff. Back then I think we called it investing. You invest in stuff, you speculate on stuff. You win some, you lose some. So he sent in 25 copies of New Mutants 98 and got 6 9.6s. 6 at 9.6. So that means what? Carry the 2 and 5s, 19 at 9.8. It's just so you don't think I was making a small stack. Keep pulling the same stack. These are all... Is that right side up? No, it's upside down, but whatever. I'm not going to try to flip them over. These are all New Mutant 98. 9.8. So you can do the math, but I figure if they're all 9.8s, it's about $18,000. Half a dozen 9.6s. So that's a couple $3,000. So I don't know, probably about $15,000. So on a $25 investment, I guess. I mean, he did buy a lot of other stuff like that too. He bought a lot of stuff in the 80s and 90s, but this amuses me, even though I'm not the one making the money on it, that I couldn't believe the New Mutants 98 was a $1,000 book at one point, or I think it cracked 1,000 for a 9.8. When it first started blowing up, I pulled half a dozen copies out of the back, sent them in, got 9.8s on 5 of them, and I was selling them for like $350, and I thought people were nuts. And then that was before the movie announcement. They announced it like 6 months after I sold them all, and it immediately jumped to like $500 or $600. I'm like, oh, cool! I wish I had all those back. And it cracked 1,000 for a little bit, and that's coming down now. But I mean, the print run was like a jillion copies. I mean, hundreds of thousands. I don't, did they print 500,000? I don't know. Easily a couple 100,000 copies. It was in the 90s. They're all bagged and boarded. They're all mint. But again, that's the world we live in today. Where Immortal Hulk #2, less than a year old, is a $100 book raw. Wonder Woman variants from a few years ago are $100 raw. The Supergirl Legion of Superheroes 1 in 10, ridiculous price. Anyway, I'm gonna finish off with this box here. This is one single book. Should be one single book. Anyway, yeah. A lot of New Mutant 98s. He's got 7 more to send in. I think. Yeah. 6 more, because there's one in there. I don't know. He's got a few more to send in, though. Will he sell them? I don't know. Will he just sit on them like I do with all my stuff? I get it all graded, and then I just never put it on eBay. Anyway. Sell them now before he gets these out on eBay and crashes the market. Just kidding. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of copies of it graded, and there's only 25 there. He's not really gonna make a big run on it. So this is the last book. It's a single little book. This is from the same guy, the New Mutants guy. And let's see how he did. Oh, not bad. I have no idea what he paid for it. I wasn't there. I don't know how long he's had it. But it's just a decent little, very good plus. X-Men #1. See, he had some Silver Age too. So this is the same thing, same situation. He bought it. Who knows? Probably bought it in the 80s, 90s, whatever. Probably paid a few hundred. It is the UK version, I just noticed. It's UK version. American version, 4.5, probably about $6,000. So the UK, 4,500, 5,000. I don't think there's as big of a difference. It's not like half the price of like it used to be. But so there's a nice little book. Nice little X-Men #1. So I think maybe just those 2 Venom are his in that stack. So let's say, what do we say, $15,000, $20,000, $20,000, $21,000. So he did okay. He's got more stuff out. So anyway, that's the video for today. Got a couple more boxes. Like I said, they're in quality control, so we should have them hopefully in a week or 2. I just thought that was fun. I really just wanted to open that box of New Mutants 98. There's 25 copies, a whole bunch of New Mutant 98 9.8s, and half a dozen 9.6s. So anyway, all right, we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.